welcome call process for home credit, basically, I don't know if you're familiar. Basically, it's a lending company, and it has a multitude of products nowadays. So one of the processes there, or teams rather, is so-called welcome call. To give you context, the name of the team itself is and the goal is not just to welcome clients strictly. When they call clients, they verify certain items, and there are parts of the call flow that directly affect customer behavior. We utilize the data we get there for strategy purposes. That's why tweaking this process is kind of tricky, for the reason that you could affect other parameters or other information that is crucial for the company. I'll give you one example. Delinquency. It's very crucial for us because clients that don't pay basically is income-wise, it's a loss for the company. That's one example. So the goal is to basically reduce the average handling time, because before it takes around 4 minutes, and just to give you context again, volume-wise, my part of the operations department for welcome call is calling around 10,000 to 20,000, 30,000 max clients per day on a daily basis. So this is really a lot, basically. You might ask if it's too much, but currently our client database is like 4 million, so you really have to call a lot of clients. That's why it's very crucial to streamline the processes. So with this process, it's currently not performing at that time. The target is like 155 seconds. So if you look from 272, it's really a long way. So for this one, since I was quite new, I started there around February last year. And I started this project at the same time that I was starting my green belt lessons. Based on what the other guy said, you really have to start early. What I did, for each week you have to start the next week. Meaning, for example, define. You do the define phase right after the lesson. So that you remember, I agree with him. You have to retain whatever is taught here, because as Sir Rex said, the circuit, if you do this the right way, it's very quick. It's really, really quick. You could do most of the steps if you have all the right information, in less than a week. Especially, you could even do it down to the root cause analysis if you have the correct data. What will really take time is, or most likely, are the action items. So, for this one, luckily, I have lots of members who are very willing to help. Especially since what happens kasi is lahat ng hindi nila natatawagan loss, opportunity loss ng company basically. So, impact-wise, it's big. And aside from that, you have to get management support. If the management does not support whatever project you're doing, sayang lang effort basically. And if they don't believe in the methodology, I think you were taught you were given high-level context-wise three types basically. You have Kaizen, project management, and Lean Six Sigma. So basically, among the three, there is no best method. But honestly speaking, for me, it's hard to do a Six Sigma project because you're doing it not knowing where you're going. And this is an example. I don't know, honestly, the process before, I really don't know, zero knowledge. So it's up for me to take a group. Basically, you need to have SMEs or subject matter experts. And for the project to be as effective as possible, I really would suggest you get different representatives and reliable ones from different teams. Example, you need to have QA, for example, definitely. A correct balance of what should be done. You will need to have, for example, a process team, meaning the keeper of the SOPs. You need to have the people who are directly doing the process themselves, because they know what's going on the ground, so that when you ask something, they'll be able to give you an answer. I'm sure that Sir X and Sir R did mention that Six Sigma green belts or black belts are not the ones who really fix the process. We merely facilitate. So you need to be a very good listener and you need to know how to ask the right questions. By ask the right questions by utilizing this circuit. This is very, I've been using this for some time already. I just have to give you a heads up that one of my advantages is that my boss was a former student of theirs. So luckily, he was certified also last 2016, I think. So he's been using this methodology since then. That's why when I came to the company, he's so hands-on on this. I'm telling you, he's a hardcore Six Sigma practitioner, and he utilizes data-driven strategies. So luckily, when I took my formal training with Sir Art and Sir X, I'm lucky to be able to connect the pieces because before it was. I'm trying to distinguish what's the rationale basically between the circuit. That's why the training is so crucial. So by utilizing this, we were able to do this. So basically, it's a win-win situation for everyone. And I really do recommend that you use this on a daily basis because there are some projects that you need to do this. Especially for, I would assume some of you guys came from customer service. I would assume you don't know what's the problem. Basically, if you do have problems in your teams, so you could utilize this a lot. But definitely, you need to have the right people for this. So, those are some of my initial tips. Also, I would also suggest na particularly in the control phase, I had a problem basically. During the first, I implemented the action items that would improve the HT. But somewhere along the way, something unexpected happened that caused the fluctuation to increase by nearly back to that number, basically. So the reason why control is very essential for a DMIC project, you need to get the process basically stable. So this process basically is included in ops, but when I drilled down together with my team for the root cause, we found out that it's external basically. The problem was coming from sales. So what we did listen to all recordings, and those were thousands, so it took some time. Basically, we did some sampling. Then we had to check with the other teams, sales, marketing, and so on and so forth. And we found out that there was a problem with sales. So with that, we were able to resolve the issue. So the stability returned. But basically, that took like what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks after I first implemented the action items. So basically, where I'm coming from is, some of your projects, once you start on your own, you're gonna have problems because the hardest part of any Lean Six Sigma project is the control part. It's really hard to control because there are a lot of factors that could be outside your control, especially if you have a particular scope for your project. So my suggestion is try to be as vigilant as you can, and again, with the right support, I'm sure you'll be able to close things out and get the desired result. Just be as vigilant as you guys can for when you're in the control phase, and use data-driven strategies because normally, if the data is really accurate, you'd really never go amiss.